45 miles separate the cities of Eugene and Corvallis, but the number of barbs and shots thrown back and forth between these two institutions could fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will take the field first. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Beavers want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. Gets away from one, finds some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The Beavers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Beavers are flying down the field.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Almost at the completion. Just missed it. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
The game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
Got his man quickly. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Quick strike complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front, now setting up 4th.
A designed run for the quarterback. Goal line defense. defense on 4th down, and they give him nothing, making the stop at the 2. The Ducks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Ducks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to...
Turning it on! Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Wants to throw. It's Myers. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time on target. They'll wrestle it down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws, because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
Plucks it out of the air. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 30 inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Proctor. It's caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Number 82.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Beavers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Meyer. Catch in the middle, it's Moses. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. And it's incomplete on third down. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Going right to work up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense set for a first down play. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
They're working that left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. Pressure coming. That's caught. It's Royer. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Zings it complete to the right. Nice move. Creates some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so...
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Gets the back moving. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Back to throw, it's Myers. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Beavers are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hand off from the shotgun. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Proctor. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Oregon Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half. An opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Meyer. Fires left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. The Beavers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Now on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
I love it. I love 1st down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the 1st down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Here we go. To throw, it's Proctor. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and is picked off. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Ducks and Beavers. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Beavers will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Gain of 6.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Royer. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
Running to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical.
Touchdown, Ducks! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Bring in the heat. Find some fresh air.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Beavers will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Bunch formation for these receivers. He rifles one deep down the middle. It's caught to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Quickly complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. To the air, it's Proctor. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Makes the grab. It's Moses. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. On target. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going to try to get it himself. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The quick out. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt. Makes a move. Touchdown, Ducks! Special teams proving to be special. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance.
There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They want to run this quarterback. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On third down, he drops to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Fires to the big fella. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be...
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outlast